Go.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm here with Shiny and Richard from the Babalooneys. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm good. We're really good.
I got your T-shirt here from High Tide, and I talked.
That's actually
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
cool one.
I talked to Magdalena, told her I'd be interviewing you today, and she said how great your record turned out. So and I got to hear it, and the very first song really struck me. It's got such a great melody. Um, let's talk about how you wrote that, and we'll go from there.
Well, actually, it's always kind of a group effort, but I came up with that melody, and I really had every time I write a song or start to write a song, I kind of try to put myself in 63 or 64 and what kind of tune would I write. So I really go with a a really traditional approach, and I had like a Handels and Superstocks sound, and the rhythm riff just came in my head, and the little melody just came too. But the rest of the band just adds on to it, and really what did the song is when we were recording it, and Martin came up with that sax line. The whole song came together.
Yeah.
It was kind of a magical moment.
I think that's one of the great things was the melody of the saxophone throughout the EP. Did you decide to incorporate that at the last minute, or was that is that a current band choice that's been around for a while?
No, we played with Martin, the saxophonist, a few shows before.
Yeah, and before Martin, we had Ghislain that played a Farfisa organ, and so we were kind of a surf band, but with keys. And really, Ghislain just decided to move on and do something else. And Martin's name was always floating around, and it was Jean, the other guitarist's idea to bring a sax into the band actually. And when he to do the shows with us, it was just perfect. A surf band with sax, with it can't be more perfect than that.
That's it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So
and Martin is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, totally. So when does the 7-inch come out?
January 28th, something like that. End of January.
Okay.
But it was a long process, actually. It's always long to get a pressing these days. Vinyl records are super long to press, so I think we recorded that more than a year ago. I think.
Yeah, October 2020.
Yeah.
Actually.
A one-day session.
One-day session for the whole thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys play live?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Took like 4 or 5 takes, and then it's on.
Awesome.
Exactly.
So how did the Babalooneys get started? And were you guys working together before and started to go in a new direction and change the band name? How did it all happen?
Oh, that's going to be a long answer, because actually this band, when did we start, Shani? Was this, my God, 2008? Not 2010, I think. It's been a while, but it was a kind of a slow burn, and locally we're doing good, but life, we had families, and everything was on the side burner for a while. And what's funny about this project it was kind of our last thing to not abandon this band. We knew it was such a good band. Always, had great live shows. A lot of people came, and we had to do a 7-inch. And me and Shani were always pushing to do something. We had to do something before we ended this. So we decided we had to do this 7-inch just for posterity, just to
Yeah.
leave something behind. And we never imagined that it would pick up so fast and so big
That's
for
awesome.
us. Yeah, because and me and Shani were playing together before in a 77 punk band. Shani and I think we're playing, and Tony Antoine, the bass player. We were a trio in a punk band, and that started in 2004.
Yep.
We've been playing together a long while, and Shani can talk about it, but he was in an instrumental instrument type band way before that, and me and Antoine we were in a surf band that started in 97. 97. We've been at this for a while.
So Shani, do you wanna talk about your instrumental project that you did leading up to the Babalooneys?
The instrumental project. Oh yeah, that band. It's called Les Docteurs. It's the doctors in English, and it was more like a joke band. Like it was kind of mix of between the Mummies and Man or Astroman.
It was awesome.
Like small setup, cheap gear and guitars and drums, and actually it came out not very well, but the people liked the band, so we did a bunch of stuff and big shows with that.
I like the band so much that at one of the shows I went up to Shani after a show and said, I want you. I want you as a drummer.
So and after that we were talking about doing like a surf band, a real surf band.
Yeah,
not a rock surf band.
No, emphasis on real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really purist. Yeah.
We all have vintage gear, guitars, amp, drums. Just I don't know. The sound of those instruments is way better.
Yeah, you need that. It's really important. Not only to have that equipment, but to know how to use it. And thankfully, credit to Jean, because Johnny, the other guitarist, he's a nutcase, and he has he has everything. And when we do live shows and when we record, it's almost all his gear, because he wants that wall of Fender amps, blonde, Showman, Bandmaster, whatever. It's a wall of old school, and the reverb tank, it's all 63, 64 gear. Just my Jaguar is actually a 94 Japanese Jaguar, but it's actually a great model for these years. But he has a Jazzmaster and a 1963 Jaguar, so it's all real. We feel that we need that to have the real surf and to get it, and you need to know how to use it. And I think we have that. We can say that we know how to use our gear and get the best sound out of it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I love about surf music is obviously the guitars, but the drums have their own separate, I don't know, piece of music to themselves. And Shiny,
yes,
I must say that musically your drumming is very, I don't know how else to say it, but melodic, and it's very I don't know, it's good to dance to.
Cool. Oh, thanks. But the thing is, I grew up listening to Descendants and all a lot, and Bill was just like a super hot drummer. I saw them like quite a few times, and I was always struck by the drumming, and the Descendants is like the surf beats, but in a punk band. So I just learned drumming on that. So when it comes to surf, then it's pretty not easy, but it's kind of fluid, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to the Descendants and all without blocking the drums out. It's really in the forefront.
Yeah.
It's actually true. I never saw the link, but now that I hear Shani talking about it, it's very true.
So what are you guys up to right now? Are you going to be playing some shows to support the 7-inch? Or are you going to be playing anything down with Vince in New Jersey?
Well, actually,
Rich?
we don't have tons of shows this summer. We have a show in Montreal, 17th of June at l'Escogriffe. And the other show is in July. I think I'm not too sure about the date, but we'll post once everything is official. We'll post it on our Instagram and on our Facebook, so it'll be easy to find out. We were invited to play the summer holiday in New Jersey, but actually for a Canadian band, it's pretty tough to go play the States. So time wise, actually, it's not going to be possible this year, which is a real bummer, by the way, because what a lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were invited to play there, but it's to go there officially and the right way. It's not going to be possible this year, unfortunately. But we were invited to go play there. But we'll do some local shows in Montreal and a local show here in Quebec, and of course, to support the EP, but the physical copies are
pretty much gone.
I think we're pretty much gone. I think the only ones that are left are the ones that the guys have in the band. I don't. I think Shani doesn't have any more either. So we can do really a launch with 2 copies.
Yeah.
Now there's the digital version. Of course, is on Lone Surfer now that is streaming on all the services. So watch for that, because I think from now till June, so a song maybe a week or 2 weeks. So
yeah,
check every YouTube Music, Tidal, Spotify, and search for the Babalooneys. You'll find Lone Surfer for now, and the songs will get released up till June. The whole EP will be released digitally.
I saw. I wanted to hear more from the EP, so I looked you guys up on Bandcamp, and I saw that it's all available on Bandcamp.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, you can buy it on Bandcamp, digital version. Yeah.
And then
Go right ahead.
and that digital version is yours to keep. It's not like a license, like a streaming platform.
Oh, exactly. No, exactly. It's yours. It's yours. You keep the songs. They're yours. You download them, and you can listen through the Bandcamp app all you want. I gotta say that Bandcamp app is awesome. I even listen to the Bandcamp app in my car now. So the future is nice. It's really convenient.
I think it's the best way for the bands to connect to the listeners.
So actually that's what I like about the I'm a physical guy. Of course, I like to have the object in my hand and all, but to swap songs like that easily between bands, and just directly help the band and connect with the band. So that's awesome, really.
Awesome. So in January, and your vinyl came out, and you said that was done about a year ago. So I'm anticipating that you've written more songs since then.
Can we talk about it?
Well, you don't have to
of
talk
course.
about releasing it, but I'm just curious if you were doing some writing.
Yes. Well, the band has been around for a while, so of course we have a lot of songs, in our tank, and of course we're going to write new songs. And it's it's supposed that in it's how do you say that in English? We are already in autumn, but we are going back to the studio where we recorded that EP to possibly record new songs.
Yep.
And songs that we already have, but for that EP we did 1 original and 3 covers, so it's just 1 original. We have many more originals, so yeah, of course we are, and with the demand, of course we are working on other stuff too. So yeah, the writing process is always on.
Yeah.
tell me what like that recording process was for you. Um, Adding the sax, being all in a room together, finally getting back to playing, and how did that affect your mental state at the time?
Well, Shani, if you want to say something about that, I have something to say about that.
I don't know. Just I recorded a few times in the studio, like separate tracks, live tracks, all that kind of recording process, and the live one is the better, uh, because um, I must say that when I love the band, when I like something new, it's not about the yeah, of course it's about the melody and stuff like that, but it's more about the sound of the band. If the sound is like too um reprocessed and like too much work in it, uh I I'm kind of tend to not like that band anymore. Even if they got like super hot songs or like super cool melodies, but I'm more into a room sound. Like
Yeah, yeah,
if you listen to the old records of Calexico, then you got the room in the guitar and in the drums, and that's what I like about a band. So live recording is it's pretty much like we test some stuff and oh, got it. That sounds good, and then just
Yeah, I I like live recordings because I like honesty and truth as a person. So when I listen to bands that did a live take like 50s, 60s, even bands now, that's what you hear is what you get. That's the band. That's not one song recorded over 3 months that is clinical and dry and dead. So what I like is when I hear a band that recorded live and you go see it live, you get what you hear. It's exactly the same thing. And what's actually funny about that session that we did the EP, we hadn't played for 3 years, I think, or four. We hadn't even seen each other in the same room for a long time. And I don't know about that day, but everything just clicked.
yeah.
We didn't do 30 takes. It just we were sitting right next to each other in front of the drums and Martin on my right. The amps in another room, of course, because those monsters, those showman monsters, are you can't be next to them and believe in everything. But and also with that, we have to give credit to Guillaume that recorded us.
Yeah, the sound man.
That guy is amazing. The guy, the engineer, is not a surf dude, but we prepared up in advance and we gave him pointers and records to listen to, and he got it. He got it. And when he sent us back the mix, we saw that there was a bathroom with tiles, and the sax sounded amazing in there. So he did it old school. He put a speaker there and feed the sound, the sax, the recording through there and recorded in that room. So it's that echo you hear is a natural echo, or natural reverb, I want to say. So we knew we had something, and the whole that day was great. It's just one day, and Shani made the cover, and that logo is hand painted by Pierre Tardy, which is
oh wow,
amazing. So that whole package is, yeah, we're really lucky to have the Babalooneys. The logo actually comes from our drum head.
Yep.
That Pierre painted himself by hand, just in exchange for another drum head. So he let us use that as our logo, but everything just, the whole package just came out really, really good. So and yeah, the recording process was perfect, and I think the mental state was great. It was great to see each other again,
Just to
and
have
it was our
fun.
first. Yeah, it was really easy. And you know what? I think why this is a success, because like I told you, this band was about to be ended, because we had families and everything was on the back burner. We didn't do anything for
And the
years,
COVID came on.
and that too. So, and we know it was a great band. We wanted to leave something behind and not let that go, because we are guys that have a lot of projects and used to drop a band, do another one, drop a band, do another one. But this one is special, and we never wanted to, kill it off. So, uh, to do this was, uh, we said to ourselves, no stress. We do not give deadlines, no nothing. And I think that it shows in the EP. Nothing is forced, nothing is stressed, everything is cool. And we still do that. We apply that to everything we do now. We just don't stress about anything. Like for this summer, I think that if we do 2 shows in the summer, for us, it's going to be fine. We don't need to do 20 or pressure ourselves to do anything. If the stars don't align, it's fine. It's all right. Everything's all right.
Wait, what can people expect from your live show? It's a lot of dancing, a lot of energy.
Yeah,
Yes.
energy for sure. Energy for sure. We just
Yeah.
trying to keep it low to not punk it up. It's
True.
like, it's not a punk band, it's a surf band. So it's like, whoa, not too much. But it's like
We're,
easy to.
we're there to make people dance, and whatever the current of of style of music right now, we were in our city there aren't that many or no surf bands to speak of, so we're often matched in shows that are a different style,
Yeah.
more you know more mellow, and people just want to dance, man. I forever and ever and forever to go in the future, people just want to dance. So when we come on, people dance, people move, to at least they'll snap a finger, shake a leg or something, but we'll get them to dance. And we do it the Trashman style way, we astronauts way. We do instrumentals, but we mix in vocals too, because it's just instrumental. After an hour or so, it's fun to get a couple of rockers in there, a couple of dancers, rock and roll tunes, and we do it in the Trashman style or astronauts style. A couple of vocals, so it's a good live show.
That was one thing I noticed. There was one vocal track on
Sure. Yeah,
on the EP. Who sang that?
I sang that. I'm the singer.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. It's got more like closer to rockabilly feel. You think?
Yeah. Well, it's more of a we try to do the frat approach, because if you look out for the version of Gregory D and the Avantis, that's what we do. That old Mo Williams kind of song, but it's rock and roll, so of course it's gonna have the rock and roll, maybe the rockabilly vibe to it, and we do the hand clapping thing. So yeah, it's very rock and roll. When we do our rock and roll numbers, we tend to keep the Trashman in head for our style. My voice also is more in a Trashman kind of way. So yeah, we don't. I don't want to scare people though. We don't have 50 vocals and 3 instrumentals, but we have a couple of vocals in there.
So how do
The
you
real purist don't want vocals.
how do you guys fill a set? Now I know you guys being a lot of bands do an hour, half hour. Some bands do like 3 hours at a pop. And so how do you
Yeah.
fill a set out? Do you sneak in some new tunes, or what is your process?
Yeah, it depends if we play first or like second or third band, but it's kind of rare that we play more than 1 hour.
Yeah.
So,
We have an hour set, and yeah, it's pretty rare. We never did more than an hour, but I've been in bands, especially these last years, that we can play 3 hours. God, it's a different kind of show when you can play 3 hours. Your repertoire, let's say, tends to be diluted a bit, because you play a lot of favorites, and it's a different mindset. We come, my favorite bands ever are like the Phantom Surfers, the Mummies. You know, I'm kind of big on the I think it was that the third wave of revival of surf, you know, the 90s. And these guys do 35 minutes. And you know, people remember them. So it's not for me necessary to play super long. And but you know, it differs. We it's funny that we talk about sets because Johnny
Yeah.
he wants 2 hours. Guys, we gotta work. We gotta find 60 songs, guys. You know, so of course we will work to get up to 2 hours of music, but we'll rarely play that long.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 45 to an hour set, which
Okay.
is normal.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to talk about before we sign off that I haven't mentioned or asked about?
It's all good. I'm just really glad that the band is where it's at right now, because like I said, for us this was our last project, you know, to put this band kind of to sleep, because you just want to do something, and now to see as many people as we see liking it and all the feedback, it's really really great. And I want to, you know, thank everybody for giving a listen, and
Yep.
yeah, for just checking us out and buying the EP and listening and buying it on Bandcamp and streaming it and talking to people about it. All those radio shows. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah, and
It was
seeking
great.
us out and doing interviews. Yeah, it's really great. So I'm really really happy. I
I
couldn't be
was
happy.
so excited. You guys sent me a song, the song I was mentioning, and I was like, "Oh my god, these guys are so good." I don't know what I'm gonna say to these guys, because sometimes when you hear something that's so great, you get a little nervous, you know, about meeting the person, and it kind of. I was just blown away.
But we're easy to talk to. So I mean, thank you so much for the kind words.
That's awesome, man. It's like,
Thank you.
wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Can
Well, you have a
can be
great
better than
rest.
that.
You have a great rest of your day, and I really enjoyed talking to you.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
it too. Thank you.
Same.